How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, I know some of y'all may have heard by now, and some of y'all may have not. But Don Lemon's sister has passed, and already I can smell something is suspicious. It really is. And I've been doing a lot of research on it, believe it or not, and they're not really talking about it. They're very hush-hush about it. So this was not easy to find a video that I found and to put this together. So anyway, this is where I want to start right here. So I had did a video on October 27th of last year, and you see the title here, Don Lemon received death threats. He received death threats to the point that he had to go make a police report and everything. It was that serious. And usually what I'm learning and the things that I do know as well is that when they announce things like that to the public, trust and believe it's much bigger. It really is. Because believe it or not, the media does control a lot of us and can make us move different directions. You know how they present food and clothes or whatever in this system. So anyway, so that, see, I was, as I was doing my research, I was thinking, and then it hit me, and I was like, damn, yeah, I did do a video about those death threats. You start doing so many videos, it kind of get cluttered, And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link in if some people want to listen back to that video, because it's quite interesting to listen to videos that you've done in the past, and then something like this happens where Don Lemon's sister, she done came up dead. They saying that she, unquote, fell in a little pond and she was fishing, and it just, this sounded kind of out of whack, because I'm looking at culturally what we do around water and everything. And so, like I said, also, it's just been hush-hush. And then the other thing that I was thinking of, lately, Don Lemon, folks don't even recognize who he is now, especially the white folks, because I had, I factored in this video, I had put where this one anchor, white guy was literally arguing with him, and he was like, Don, this is so not you. And he's growing his hair out. He's been very, blunt and directed towards Trump, and it's like, oh, he done woke up. But then I'm always suspicious with a coon. But in their world, Don is making them uncomfortable, and it's certain people that I keep a close eye on, and I'm like, well, how much longer are they going to keep him around? Because even before Obama got out of office, they made that purge, getting out a lot of black folks lost their jobs that were journalists. Lots of them. I mean, it was like a mass exodus, no joke. And then you got a small handful that's still hanging on. But his persona and everything else has changed. So white folks be tripping off of us so much. You can see he got a nice, neat haircut. Well, to them, I'm telling you, everything is amplified with them. It really is. But anyway, what I mean amplified, anything that we do is amplified. So anyway, I have 2 videos to play for the royal family. But let me play this first one. Like I said, this was not easy. But let's listen to this.
Parish neighborhood that we're talking about here, but yesterday it was a place of tragedy. Local 33's Amber Smith reports tonight that family members and neighbors are speaking out about the deadly drowning yesterday there in Denham Springs.
The Livingston Trace subdivision was quiet, but residents say the ponds owned and operated by the neighborhood are often full of activity.
There's always families out there fishing. I mean, it's a hot spot on the weekends.
Neighbors say they were shocked to hear 58-year-old Latanya Grimes drowned Wednesday in one of the retention ponds. Officials say it appears she was fishing and possibly tripped into the water.
I was really surprised because I go to that particular pond all the time, and I take my great-grandson down there fishing.
Grimes is the sister of CNN anchor Don Lemon. The family released the following statement. The Lemon-Grimes family would like to thank everyone for their condolences and prayers at this time. Some residents say the ponds are what attracted them to this neighborhood, saying they've always felt it was safe and well maintained.
I couldn't believe it happened in our neighborhood, you know. Yeah. You wouldn't imagine something like that happening here.
The subdivision management said, "Our thoughts are with the family." The Livingston Parish Sheriff's Office says it appears this was a tragic accident. Residents say they hope this neighborhood that is grieving is able to come back to life.
I don't want this to deter anyone from being back there fishing and stuff. You know, it's a great place to be and live. And I don't want this to deter anyone from being here.
For Local 33, I'm Amber Smith.
Our family members tell us they are leaning on one another for strength in this time of tragedy. Our thoughts and prayers are with them.
All right, my royal family. Let me take this down so nothing won't happen. So, like I said before, I'm suspicious. Like I said, this system will get to you. You know, and they always, in this system, make it look like, you know, we're always suspicious. We can't help but be suspicious when it comes to anything to us. And they don't have no problem taking us out. They don't have no problems making you an example. And, you know, they're saying it ain't no foul play, but my core of me feel like, when I first heard it, because I've been sitting back watching Don Lemon like they gonna give him the hammer. You know, they tired of his black ass. He been really going in on both sides. So anyhow, my royal family, I have another video to play, and this sister, her perspective was so spot on. I just said I gotta share this. So let's continue to roll with it. Check this out.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Wherever this video finds you in the world, I bring you many blessings to you, many blessings to your families. Welcome back to the Carla Antor 84 channel. I'm basically going to talk to you this morning about how Don Lemon's sister, his oldest sister, was found dead in a pond. I think it was either yesterday, day before yesterday. The report came out where they found his oldest sister's body. They claim it was an accidental drowning, you know. And, you know, sometimes you want to believe that certain things, you know, just happen, and life is life, and, you know, nature takes its course, things happen the way they do, you know, we can't control them. But with this situation, all kinds of red flags, and I got sent this information, shout out to my infamous source, she knows who she is. I got sent this information last night about the incident with his sister, and we both were kind of, you know, we're always like peas in a pod, and I'm just like, accidental pond. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, if this was somebody like elderly, somebody that had possible issues maybe with dementia. I haven't read or seen anything like that, so forgive me if I'm wrong in that and don't know that, but I highly doubt it, because my spirit man is not telling me that that's the case. You know, if this was somebody that was older, somebody that was suffering from symptoms of dementia, Alzheimer's, you know, I could maybe see that. And if that comes to be the case, then this video will respectfully be taken down. But what I do know is that recently Don Lemon has been very, very vocal in his opinions about President Trump. He has been very direct in how he feels about this presidency. He has held no punches. He has not held his tongue. You pretty much, if you tune in, you pretty much know how Don Lemon feels and what he thinks in regards to this president. So one thing I know, over the years with, researching, studying different things, just having discernment, when you start dealing with the government and when you start exposing certain things, when you begin to talk about certain things that they don't want you to talk about repetitiously, and you do it in such a manner where you don't care, you're going to say what you have to say, you're going to get the narratives out there, you're going to switch the narrative, you're going to make sure that there's light on what's really going on, they get rid of you. Period. They get rid of you. And if they cannot get rid of you, what they'll do is they'll dance and prance around the situation. So if it's somebody that you love, somebody that you care about, then they'll go at them. I mean, we can research so many different stories. I mean, I can just go on and on and on. Gary Webb, look it up. I'm not even going to tell you, just look it up. When people begin to expose certain things about the government, or like I said, become vocal, you kind of got to be careful. And for some reason, I was like, oh, Don is being, and I like Don Lemon. I like his honesty. I like how he is like, look, I don't have time for the games. Let's just call stuff for what it is. All this back and forth, which is what a lot of what you see, on TV with politics now, with this presidency, but it's just a lot of deflection. And it's like, look, time out for that. Let's get to the truth. Let's get behind the truth. And when you get people like Don Lemon, and this black, white, whoever, Gary Webb is a Caucasian man, for those of you who may not know, then he was found shot with a bullet in his head. So, these situations that take place, the new Tom Cruise movie that's out, my husband and myself, we watched that over the past weekend. They killed him, so, I mean, this is not really a race thing. When you do not do what they want you to do, which is be silent, turn the blind eye, turn your nose up, then they are going to find a way to show you that they're not playing. And I honestly believe that this has something to do with that. Like, I could see if his sister was found maybe in a backyard pool or something, something happened, God rest her soul. I remember when the situation happened with Mike Tyson's daughter. This has nothing to really do with it, but when situations like that happen, you're like, oh, okay, it was, you just feel bad, because it's like, okay, your pool, something that's supposed to be a family thing, end up turning into something extremely negative and catastrophic for your family. But this wasn't a situation where it happened anywhere near a home. It happened nowhere in a backyard, nothing. This was a pond. She was found an accident or drowning. I don't know. I mean, y'all let me know. Let me know how y'all feel about it. I just feel like it's something extremely fishy. And I feel like even if Don kind of feels that way, it's kind of close, so I don't even think he would really want to speak on it. They do things that will really put you in shock and shock you to shut you up. So we'll see how his demeanor changes on air. How he begins to speak on air. Not to say he's gonna switch how he feels emotionally about what's going on, but we'll see if he becomes a little bit more subdued, because he's become very outspoken. And much respect to that. He has every right. But we'll see if he becomes a little bit more subdued behind this situation, as far as how this is going to affect him for the long run emotionally. Because when you lose a family member, it's very traumatic, especially if you lose them in this way. And like I said, to me, it just seems like it's something fishy about it. I just can't see just an accidental. Because I mean, black women, come on, 50s, up. I think I know she was in her 50s. I don't want to quote the age, so I don't want to say anything wrong. But we don't go near no water. I mean, we're not water creatures. I mean, you'll find some of us that do, but we're not just going to be around no water just for GP, just for whatever reason. We're not going to be around water like that. Especially at that age. So, I mean, y'all let me know what y'all think. I know what I think. I know my conclusions on it.
All right, my royal family, that is the end of that. And our queen, she really, her perspective was spot on. That's so incredible about us. It's just, it fascinates me, and to just listen to our family. I mean, I'm on YouTube and other social media sites, believe it or not, because I just like how we think and how we can really look into different situations and stuff. That's why I'm always encouraging, if anybody, feel the need and you just need that little extra push to put up a channel, because our voices have been shut down for so long, and they, it's a battle. Don't get me wrong, it's a battle to render your voice out here, and y'all see what we go through. We literally have to fight to keep these channels up, and it's, it all comes together like this because all of a sudden Don Lemon is being very very vocal, and they'll go to any lengths as far as even killing you if they feel some kind of way. Y'all know my experience. I've been hacked twice. I've been spoofed. I mean, address has been put out, all type of mess. And I'm like, damn. In my, personal life, it's quiet around here. I don't get involved in anything, but, we all have a right to speak on what we're going to speak on. And if you don't like it, you can go to the next channel. That's all you have to do. But when you're on the platform that Don Lemon is on, he's being watched. And yeah, you can do the same thing and just cut it off, but and watch another channel, but you're still gonna hear about it in passing. You just can't totally shut it down. So that's why you have to the best of your ability to detach from these stories. That's like some videos I don't do because I'll get too emotional and it just eats me up. And that's why that's where I depend on the royal family, because I know that they can bring it and they can attach from it, really and truly. So I was like, whoa. So again, I did this video in which I'm gonna even have to listen back to my own self, because sometimes I make predictions. And like I said, that video was done October 27th. So, and like I said, doing my research, because I don't take people's words for it, but I'm finding out like that if you don't go for the well-known sources like CNN and Fox, if you're just looking for news, I'm finding that you have to go, they might have a little small paper in a little old country town, be full of information. But some people they looking at the bigger picture and think they gonna bring it. A lot of those type of channels, it's like they become too commercialized. I like homegrown channels. You might hear the kids running in the back. The person ain't trying to, they don't got no damn makeup on, but they being authentic to self, and really put out some good material out here, and that's what I like. But that is one thing. The other part I wanted to add to this, as far as our right to render our voices, and they don't want us to talk, and they can't stop us. They cannot stop the inevitable that's happening in this system, you know. And then you know, Don Lemon has really been on Trump's ass. He done wrote letters to him and read them out loud. You know, the guests that he been cutting them off, and I'm like, I don't know how much longer this gonna last, you know, because, you know, at the end of the day, they see us for who they see we are, and they, you know, and as far as they concerned, all of us is niggas, and niggas come in many colors in many ways, and you know, the true definition of a nigga, a true nigga, is Donald Trump. Oh, he's true, and he embraces what he is. So we have to understand, this is where our thinking, some, not all, our thinking, how they looking at us, because they understand their position. They understand their dead ass system. They understand all of that. But we out here trying to really get way too involved up in these people's personal situations. You know, you keep hanging around them, you're gonna get caught up, and they're gonna drag you to eternal hell. This shit out here ain't a joke. You know, you got our folks out here laying up with them. You laying up with a beast. They will turn around and bite you so damn quick. Really, they will. Unpredictable. Anyway, my royal family, I'm just ranting a little bit because, you know, I'm like, wow, Don Lemon, they on your ass. I just can't. I'm like the sister. I can't think nothing else but that's suspicious. And then culturally, we ain't hanging around no damn water. You know, not like that. I ain't about to mess up my hair. Shit, just keep it real. I like my hair. Ain't getting up in that nasty motherfucker. You know? So anyway, my royal family, tell me what you think. Render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.